I am Pedro Sayas, Director of Communications at Hartford Public Schools. On November 1st, the Choice Lottery season opens in Hartford. The Hartford Public Schools Choice Office manages and oversees the placement process for all Hartford schools. The office conducts the HPS District Lottery, which places students in our district schools. I'm so happy to welcome Enid Ray, our Executive Director of School Choice, who will be helping us understand everything we need to know about the school's choice process. Welcome, Enid.
Thank you, Pedro. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. First question, the school choice season begins on November 1st in Hartford. What do our families need to know to understand the choice process?
Well, the first thing that our families need to know is that this year the lottery opens November 1st and closes February 28th. So every year the dates get adjusted a bit, so it's important to keep a lookout for those dates. Like other years, we're going to have a series of fairs and opportunities for families to come and see all of the regional options available to them, as well as the options at Hartford Public Schools. But the most important thing that families need to know is that they should begin the process of examining schools now. We really urge families to look at the materials, to really go to the schools that they're interested in, and particularly those families that have preschoolers, kindergarteners, or families who have children that are in 5th grade that might be going to 6th grade, and so they've ended already in their home school. And those families that, lucky for them, are going to start the high school career with their children, they should be looking into those options.
What opportunities exist for families to learn and explore more about their school selection options?
So as I said, on our website at Hartford Public Schools, you can find a listing of the fairs and the other opportunities that we as the Choice Office provide, so that families can see schools in action, they can talk to principals, talk to school staff. But we also count among our community partners the Hartford Public Library, and there's always a staff there to help families learn more about our schools and complete the application.
We also have the Welcome Center.
Absolutely. Our partners at the Welcome Center will have materials, and we also have choice staff that will be going out to individual schools to do technical assistance sessions and training sessions where parents can learn more about our schools and complete the lottery. Oh, and I forgot, new this year, if you were at Buckland Hills Mall, look for us, look for Hartford Public Schools. We're going to have a kiosk there where families can pick up brochures about our schools, pick up the future guide, and actually complete their application online.
Good to know. What are some of the theme-based offerings within HPS? What makes these schools unique in their offerings?
So Hartford Public Schools is a really unique district because we offer a lot of theme-based options for families at both the elementary and the high school level. So at the elementary level, we have STEAM and STEM schools that really focus on science, technology, schools like, for example, Rawson School and environmental sciences at Mary Hooker. So those are schools that one is a neighborhood school, one is a magnet school. Both offer the STEM and STEAM theme. We also have Montessori options. And then at the high school level, we again offer engineering options, sport medical sciences, nursing. And so there's a lot from families to choose from. And as I always say, as a former Hartford Public School kid, this is not your mother's Hartford Public Schools anymore. So it is important that our families go to the Hartford High campus, for example, and realize that there are 3 different high schools on that campus, each with its own theme, partnerships, and options for our students.
Very interesting. Enid, I've heard that there are 2 lotteries. Why are there 2 lotteries, and how do I know which one is right for my child?
So that's probably it's probably the number one question that families ask us. Why do I have to do 2 lotteries, right? So we do 2 lotteries in Hartford for the reason that our magnet schools are governed by a court agreement called the Chef V. O'Neill stipulated agreement, where the State Department of Ed has agreed that in the Hartford region we must provide integrated quality educational options for our students. For that reason, our families who want to access Hartford magnet schools and other magnet schools in the region that are operated by partners, or our Hartford families who want to have an experience in a suburban district, they must complete the magnet school lottery, or called the RESCO lottery. That is an optional lottery. Families complete that lottery if they are interested and compelled by those school themes. Hartford Public Schools, however, over 8 years ago now, moved to a lottery system for student placement. So we operate what's called the HPS District Lottery, where if you're going to pre-K, K, or you're transitioning into 6th grade because your school ends at 5th grade, or you're going to high school. So all of our 8th graders going to high school will complete the Hartford District Lottery. One is a must. The Hartford Public Schools District Lottery, if you're a new parent or your child is about to enter school, that is the way we seat our students, and that is the way families have the greatest access to our seats. And our promise in Hartford Schools is that we will guarantee you one of your 4 choices. It doesn't mean you're first, it doesn't mean you're last, but it means that we ask you to consider 4 schools that you are willing to participate in and select for your child's educational career, and we guarantee you one of those schools as a seat for your family. On the magnet or regional school choice, or RESCO lottery as it's known in our region, there is no guarantee. There are preferences. Some schools offer preferences because a sibling's already there, or neighborhood or zone. But really, that's not a guarantee because it really depends on many factors, the number of seats available, how many people apply. So on the magnet side, there is not a guarantee.
I see. Are there families that must apply to either lottery?
Yes, there are families that absolutely must apply.
Who are these
If
families?
you are going to kindergarten next year in 2017, you must apply if you're not already in school. If you are in a preschool program and you're not in your zone school, you must apply to get into your zone school. Many of our families put their children in the preschool closest to them. Oftentimes, those preschool families roll up into kindergarten. But I encourage families to really look at the website, look at the materials, come to the fairs and talk with us personally. The other families that must apply are those families transitioning either because their school no longer has the next grade. So in the case of schools like Sanchez School, families would roll into another school, McDonough, but if they don't want to consider that option, then they can apply, right? But the must apply is definitely our 8th graders. We want our 8th graders to really explore all of their options, and quite frankly, we ask them to explore not only their district school options, but also to look at Hartford Public School magnets, because that's where the greatest number of seats are available in those transitional grades.
So for the parents and families who have students in these transitional grades, it's especially important for them to look at the choice process, because this is going to be their best probabilities option of getting into a school that they are really interested in.
That's right, Pedro. And you know, this is a really important point that I want to emphasize in the community, because often we hear families saying, well, I apply and I never get in, or I'm never seated, or I don't get the choice that I want. The greatest number of seats are available in the transitional grades in both the magnet and our district schools. So kindergarten, we always have a lot of seats in magnets, and we have seats in our Hartford district schools. If you have a 3rd grader and you want a different school option, I don't want to discourage you from applying, but I want you to know that the chances are less that you will probably be called and seated, or even given a seat off the wait list. Because think about it, kids start in kindergarten, they roll up to 1st grade, roll up to 2nd grade, roll up to 3rd grade. So kids would have to leave And I'm talking a significant number of kids would have to leave in order to make those third grade seats available. So I want families to understand that the mechanics of the system as it's currently created and as we currently operate it means that the greatest number of seats are open and available in those transitional grades.
Well, that's very important. If a family has questions or needs assistance to complete an application for their child, who can they contact?
So families can always come to the Welcome Center at Hartford Public Schools, and there the Welcome Center staff and the Choice staff that's located there would be happy to answer any questions. They can call us at 695-8876, and I think we're going to have a slide with our contact information. And they can also visit our website. We have a section of frequently asked questions, and there they can find sometimes, you know, just the quick answer to the question that they have. Sometimes families want to know, well, when does my child have to have their third birthday in order to be eligible for the lottery, right? We put that information up on the website, and by the way, they have to be 3 by my birthday, December 31st of this year, in order to start school next year. So December 31st is the cutoff point every year for kindergarten and preschool for the following year. That's just a very quick piece of information, and families can find answers to those questions, transportation questions, and the like on our website.
Is that hartfordschools.org?
Yes, and look there for the school selection process. What we also have on there that I encourage families to check out is a video about how to do this. Because oftentimes families tell me, this is hard, I don't know how to start. And I agree, it is challenging. It feels like college at pre-K or K. But what I want families to know is this is a skill and this is information that they're going to continue to use throughout their child's entire educational future, right? They will pick and examine schools during the time they're with us at Hartford Schools. And guess what? When they get ready to go to college, their child gets ready to go to college, this is the exact same process. Families need to explore their educational options, and then they'll be thinking about financial aid and other factors, right, that aren't part of the choice lottery currently. But we really take this process seriously because we think it helps families build the understanding and the skills that they will need to use as their child grows and develops.
Absolutely. Okay, and what would be the best way to stay connected with all the news, information, and events regarding the Choice Office and the Choice process?
Well, you can find us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page regarding our magnets. You can find us in the Choice Corner, in the district's newsletter and, you know, the news from Hartford Public Schools on the website. And we try to come out and do community presentations, these types of shows on the radio. We really are trying to get out to where families are. And this year, new and improved, you can find us at Buckland Hills at one of the kiosks.
All right, so I want to thank Enid Ray for her time and energy today with us, and thank you for joining us for Conversations in Education.